We spent 12 hours on 3 buses just to explore Colombia's hidden gem, the amazing Tatacoa Desert.
Oh my god, this is seriously something else.
The second largest arid zone in Colombia, the Tatacoa Desert occupies more than 330 square kilometers of mysterious landscapes and astonishing silence.
It's so quiet.
If you're planning a trip to Colombia, this otherworldly destination should definitely be on your radar.
Alright, we have just made our way in this tuk-tuk from Villa Vieja to Tatacoa, which is the reason why we actually came all the way out here. So it's not the easiest place to get to in the world or in Colombia. It's a very long bus ride to get here. But the uniqueness of the landscape here, we just had an amazing glimpse of it on the drive here, and I'm so excited to go hike through it. This is really, I didn't expect to have, I thought we would have to walk a little bit before we got the amazing views, but oh my god, this is seriously something else.
Wow. Dang.
It's so crazy, like we're literally just stepping into it and the landscape is so insane. Nothing I've ever seen before is like this. We're here very early as well. It is just 20 past 8 in the morning. We tried to come as early as we could. The heat is gonna get to 38 degrees today. Anyway, let's go explore.
Oh my god. Just keeps on getting better, she said. Oh my god.
We've never been in a landscape quite like this. There was Cappadocia in Turkey.
Oh my goodness.
Which blew our minds. It felt otherworldly. And this has the same feeling, like that otherworldly, but yeah, very different still. We're amazed. It's amazing. So the name Tatacoa actually comes from a rattlesnake that used to live in this region. And it's actually not a desert. It's just an arid, very, very arid land. Apparently it gets too much rainfall to be considered an actual desert.
It's so quiet. It's just nature, birds. Like I was saying off camera to Jacqueline, like I'm not enough of a good videographer or photographer to give justice to this place, and it's overwhelming because I'm like, oh my god, I gotta do this and that. It's just too much of beauty for too little of amount of skills.
The formations that we're walking through, they're actually not stone, they are soft soil. So you shouldn't climb them because you can make them collapse if you do. And apparently, I just read back there, it is a 500,000 peso fine if you are caught climbing them. The way that they're formed is basically from the heavy rainfalls. So when there's heavy rainfall, the water kind of like goes through the soil. Because it is soft soil, it breaks really easily, and all these crazy, crazy unique formations have been formed, which is amazing. So I guess every time they have like heavy rainfall, that the landscape would change. We just found this dead cactus, and my mind is blown because inside the cactus is like wood, like the trunk of a tree, and then it's got like the flesh of the cactus on the outside, and I had no idea. You can see all of the green flesh rotting away, and the wood here. This one you can see like super. How crazy. Did any of you know that?
Get out of school, kids, just explore the world.
We literally just stopped to drink water and we turned around and there's a horse following us.
2 horses.
Oh, it's a pony. It's a foal.
Look cute.
I didn't even know they were behind us. Wow, they're so beautiful.
Just add to the beauty.
Yeah. Every time we stop to take a photo or capture something, about 50 bugs land on me. So one not nice thing, but apart from that, it's really beautiful.
The sun just came out. The scenery or the vibe of the scenery completely changed. Now it's proper like desert feel. Wow, it's hot. It's at least mid-30s. And there's still those flies.
So we're lost. We don't know where we're going.
We gotta go this way.
We walked to a dead end.
Thanks for the drone.
Yeah. It's also so bloody hot now. We are both sweating. The sun is high.
Tourist trap.
Conditions changed very quickly.
Well, we did it
So we're
again.
still lost. It's just because we get really distracted with like taking pictures or, you know, videos, and then all of a sudden we don't know where we are. You know, it just happens.
And it's misleading because there are a lot of paths, with a lot of footsteps, but a lot of them lead to nowhere.
And there's supposed to be these poles with these yellow things on them, but they're very confusing to follow. I remember this. Okay. And we are lost for a third time. How? I do not know. Easy to get lost here. Make sure you bring a lot of water.
We think we found the way, but we're not still sure.
We're just trying to stay high, and we're taking some shade because it's very hot.
It's quite the sight. But there's no shade or drinks in that sight. Help me! That was alright.
Wasn't so bad.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Oh my gosh. It's super hot. But we think we found a path.
Yeah, this has to be it.
Up to that house at least.
And after what was supposed to be a 1 hour, 1.8 kilometer hike, we did 2 hours and 5 kilometers. So yeah, definitely got lost, but we made it. Beautiful, absolutely stunning of a place.
So pretty here.
Now the new facing problem we have is how do we get back?
We weren't sure how we were going to get back, but we figured it out. Okay guys, we cannot lie to you. We literally just spent like the last 4.5 hours.
More almost.
5 hours in the room with the aircon because it is so freaking hot in the desert. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And also, once you've been to like the desert and done the walk, whoa. There's not that much to do around town. There are a few things, like you could go to the museum, you could go to some cafes, but it was so hot we just wanted to rest. But now we're gonna go get some food before we go do a cool evening activity. So one thing to note, that if you do want to come to Tatacoa Desert, is that it's really a long way to come. So we came from Salento yesterday and it took us 12 hours and 3 buses to get here. But even if you're coming from somewhere like Cali or Bogota, it's still gonna be at least 8 hours and at least 2 buses to get here. So it kind of is really far out of the way, and hopefully we have an amazing evening tonight. I'll let you know. We're actually supposed to be going to the observatory and doing some stargazing, but it's actually super overcast at the moment. So I don't know if that is gonna work out, but we're at least gonna try. Hopefully we get to see something. Just think about that before you decide whether or not you want to come visit here as well. Honestly, for us, it's worth it. I loved the walk that we did today. It was only 5 kilometers, but it was so incredibly beautiful. But yeah, just keep it in mind that it is really just a one day here. You only really need to spend 1 day here, and it's really far to come for that 1 day, but we don't regret it at all.
Well guys, sorry, we sort of rushed into our food. It was just 2 very simple burgers, which were good by the way. We are at Café Niel, which is literally across the street almost from our hotel. But wherever status hasn't changed unfortunately. However bad the sunset is, we'll still go there. We'll probably get a beer and enjoy the view. At the end of the day, it is an amazing, spectacular sight, whether there's sun or not.
I'm sorry, we forgot to record. We just ate. We'll go try and find a nice sunset for you.
Well, beautiful people.
So obviously we did not go to the observatory last night. It was so cloudy, we could not see a single star. So unfortunately we didn't get to do it, but I have heard that it's amazing, yeah, on a clear night, because there's so little light pollution, you can see so many stars. I'm really sad we didn't get to do it.
We didn't get to do it, but we got to do the race, which was well worth it regardless. For now, we are off to a long journey. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.
See you in Ecuador. So nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Whoa. Nature just hit me in the face.